Hello, my trust and belief followers and viewers. Some of the language might not be appropriate for certain audiences, so don't take offense. Because I might say some shit that's not appropriate. Good evening, good evening, good evening, my people. I'm back, Mr. Terrell E. Tillman, coming back with another episode 3. Trust and believe me, baby. We in the house, we in the house. And for those who are just now tuning in, I want y'all to go back, check out episode 1 and 2 while we do the reentry and the support system, because it's very important. But today's topic, communication, oh my God, it's one of my favorites. And before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know communication is a key to life. And for reentry people, if you don't got no communication skills, you better get some. You better learn how to talk. You better learn how to communicate. You better learn how to let people know what you need. Because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of problems. Coming home, whether it be your spouse, whether it be your PO, whether it be your children, whether it be your parents, these are your new wardens of the world, baby. So you left that warden and them COs in prison. Now you got some new ones. And I know it sounds funny, but it's for real, because everybody that you're around is going to be watching you and telling you what to do or how to do something. They're going to be communicating to you how they feel this can help you. So you have to actually learn and know your communication style. What communication style are you? Because it's for assertive, passive aggressive, and aggressive. Which one are you? Me, I'm all of them when I want to be. But that's the thing about code switching and having those communication skills to actually know when to use what skill set in what situation. Because trust and believe me, there's going to be a time where you just shut your mouth and you just be passive as hell and let it fly right over your head. Then there's going to be another time when you're going to be assertive, like, not me. I'm speaking up right now. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to stand on my business. And then there's going to be times where you're going to be aggressive because you're going to get your point across and you're going to make sure that you hit your mark and the person you're talking to understand what the hell you're talking about. And then sometimes you're going to be passive aggressive. You're going to throw that sarcasm in there like, you right, baby. You right, baby. I got you. You're going to be that way. So you got to know how to code switch. Communication is the key to life. From the time we in there, vibration, the first form of communication with any living thing. So we have to use it in order to make it work. You have to learn how to read. I tell people, reading is fundamental, but not just in a book. Reading is more than just a book. Reading is also body language, watching people, the nonverbals, the visuals, the gestures, the movement, the subtleness, the kickback, the quiet. Gotta watch it. It's part of communication. I could make a move without saying anything. I could do something and say something different. It gotta match. And then sometimes say nothing. As a spouse, I'm gonna tell y'all this. But everybody that's in a relationship, this is for you. If you're in a relationship with anyone who has come home from prison, they ain't used to sleeping with your ass. Period. And it ain't you. It's just the fact that we've been sleeping by ourselves for so long. Any movement, any extra forts, anything that go on, we notice it. We gonna feel it. It's gonna keep us on edge. It's gonna keep us up. No matter how hard we sleep, no matter how much we snore, We feel it. It's not normal to us. We've been in the bed by ourselves, sleeping by ourselves. So this is something that we have to get accustomed to. So yeah, I know you might want to cuddle and all that. I love that. Love to cuddle. But guess what? I also need my space. I cuddle and push over there. I need my space. I need to spread my wings out here. Because I've been so used to being in rotisserie, And then it's like being in the bed with somebody, it's a beautiful thing. But if you haven't done it for years at a time, it's very uncomfortable when people moving around. Ain't nothing worse than me being comfortable, and then here she goes. She moving and turning and tossing, or trying to get close. I love the intimacy, but I'm not used to it in the bedroom, in my bed, because I've been sleeping by myself for so long. So, all the ladies and all the gentlemen, don't take it personal if your mate is not comfortable with you in the bed yet, because they've been sleeping by themselves for a long time. And any movement, any sounds, getting up, using the bathroom, all that, he ain't in the room with his celly no more. He in the room with his lover. But it's not natural. It's not normal. We got to get that normalcy back to sleeping in the bed with somebody. So understand, this is one of the biggest misconceptions and one of the biggest issues that couples have when they're dealing with somebody coming home from prison, because we ain't used to sleeping in the bed with nobody. So understand, it ain't you. Don't take it personal, but get used to it. You know, we gonna get used to it because we like to be on that huggy and cuddle thing. But it's just something we're not used to. Straight up, I love it. But guess what? I need space, baby. I need my space. It's okay. I love you to death. Smell good and all of that good stuff. But I need my space. And don't get offended. Don't get offended. We in the same house. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just in a room. You ain't got to be all up under my butt cheeks. And I ain't got to be all up under your butt cheeks. It's a time and a place for that. But that's one thing that we are not comfortable with until we get used to it. Because we ain't did it. So understand, it's not being funny. It's not being on no other stuff. It's just getting used to being around somebody, especially in that bed. Because we used to sleeping by ourselves. So don't take it offensive. Don't take it like he's sleeping with somebody else or she's sleeping with somebody else. Just know it's a part of being comfortable and being safe. Because when you're in that cell or you're in a dorm experience and people moving around, it could be going down. So you ain't finna sleep. You finna be on guard. You finna be paying attention to what the hell going on. But in our lovely apartment and in our room, you don't mean no harm. You just going to tinkle. But you getting up out of that bed as soon as you move and crack that sheet over, that blanket over, we up. Like, what's going on? Okay, you're going to the bathroom. All right, baby. I'm good. But it's psychologically and physically ingratiating us because we've been in prison. So don't trip. Don't think he being funny or she being funny. This just the way it is when you've been used to sleeping with yourself for years and years and years at a time. And now another part I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna move from the bed to that computer that everybody got, them little phones. Woo! The biggest miscommunication in the world can happen right on that phone. And I'm gonna tell you myself, I done fell out with people over miscommunication over text message. How many of y'all out there done did that? Raise your hand. I know it's a lot of y'all to raise your hand because guess what? I know you done fell out with somebody over text message because the text message does not have feelings. A text message is only the perception of the reader. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Why you want to know where I'm at? Why you want to know what I'm doing? Misconception. I'm just saying, where you at, baby? I'm just saying, what you doing? I might want to come get you and take you to lunch or, go out to dinner. I might say, where you at, just out of concern. And vice versa. She ain't tracking you. You ain't the watchdog. She ain't the warden. But at the same time, she just want to know where you at. She don't want you to go back. She's being mindful of your well-being and your safety. So don't always take it personal. But them text messages, I'm going to tell you, be careful. Be careful and understand that your message that you sent out may not be perceived by the person you send it to the same way you sent it out. So just understand, if you have any type of misconception or any type of situation with the text message, say, let me call you. Because I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. Get that verbalization going, because the text is about to send you off the cliff and you about to be done with that relationship. Because I've been in it and I've lost friends and people just off of a text message, and they took it the wrong way. And I was like, fuck it, bye. But guess what? Lack of communication. So be mindful. Them cell phones is tricky. So text messaging is really just used for when you can't talk in a space or you just want to contact somebody. Then once you contact them, use your verbals. Use your verbals. Trust and believe me. Use them verbals. And I know y'all like to send them little nasty texts and all the little freaky stuff. And that's cool, because you can't verbalize all that other stuff. But that's not going to get misconceived, right? Right. Right. And just remember, during your communication, you got to stay optimistic, stay centered, stay focused, because this is a part of communication. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take it back to my 3A's system, the assess. Assessment. Assess your surroundings. Assess how you're communicating with the person that you're around, who you're conveying your message to. If they're not getting, make them adjustments. Learn how to communicate with that person. Make those adjustments you need to make, because they're setting their ways, you're setting your ways. That's where the compromise comes in at. And that's how you make the adjustment as a reentry person coming into somebody's life when you were in prison. Now you're on the street, they got to get used to you being around them. So you make those adjustments and then you start addressing it. You let baby know, oh, baby, I got you now. I understand now. I get it. I got you, baby. Don't trip. That ain't going to happen no more. We got past that. As opposed to falling out and ending a relationship over something that could have been understood, had better understanding to. In relationships, it's more than just intimacy and sexual. It's also professional. So all you professional reentry people, listen to me and listen to me clear, goddammit. Because y'all need to make sure y'all have some good training and know how to talk to people coming out of jail. I promise you. As a reentry service provider and a reentry staff trainer, you got to have your communication skills up to par too. Because just because you work there as a professional don't mean you got it together. And you bringing your BS from your personal life to your professional life and taking it out on somebody that needs your help is not cool at all. I'm gonna tell y'all about yourself, but I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna educate you, uplift you, build you up so you could be a better service provider and a better professional and help that person that's coming to you for that help. Because trust and believe me, when a person comes to that door, reentry, they don't have a clue what they come to that door to encounter. You the first line of contact. How you doing? How can I help you, sir or ma'am? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. How can I help you? Not, oh, sit down over there or take a seat. Oh, I don't like how you dress. You need to come back. I don't like your attitude. That's not your position. Your position is to, how you doing, sir? How can I help you? How you doing, ma'am? How can I help you today? You can have a seat over there. Somebody will be with you. It's a water right there. The bathroom's over there. If you need something, else, you could ask me. Professional communication. Show that empathy. Show empathy for other people. And if you haven't, and if your employer hasn't been sending you to training classes, you need to get some. Culture awareness, culture hospitality, trauma informed. Because the wrong thing out your mouth or the wrong action from your body, you might trigger this reentry person. A smell, a sound, a word, a phrase, an action, a non-action might trigger a reentry person so fast, they'll flip and they'll trigger off and it'll be all bad. So to alleviate that, you need to know how to service people better. You need to know how to communicate and verbalize your words in a professional manner to help people. Have that empathy because you don't know what this person just went through. And you call yourself a counselor, a case manager, a peer navigator, a peer support specialist, and all these other little fancy names. Learn how to do your job and be a human. Be humane. Show humility. Just because somebody came out of jail don't mean they lesser than. Don't mean you talk to them a certain way. Show that humility. Because trust and believe me, they're going to show you respect. That's one thing that you ain't pretty much never got to worry about. And I'm going to say 99.9. People come out of prison are respectful to any service that they go to because they know they're going for the help. But when you give us some old funky little attitude, your little shoulder gesture, and go over there or have a seat, it don't sit well with us. And it does trigger some of us. We get up out of there. Fuck this shit, I'm gone. Don't talk to me like that. Now you didn't bounce them off. You didn't create a barrier for somebody that was coming asking for help that needs your assistance. And not personally your assistant, but the service of the provider or the organization that you represent. They need that. That's why they walk through the door. So it's your duty and obligation as filling that role to welcome them, make them feel more invited to get what they need. Not create a barrier. Got enough barriers. Got enough challenges. And trust and believe me, if you befriend that person and treat that reentry person with respect coming through the door, they're going to always come back to you and be respectful. All the time. Just like first day of school, first friend you make, y'all might be best friends forever. Same with reentry. Reentry people go to places, they're building a support system. They might not have nobody to talk to. They might not have nobody to give no resources to them. But when you do it, and it's genuine, it's sincere, and they see you care and you really give a damn, and you're just not another name signing off and getting checked off and getting disrespected, they're going to come to you. Because that's what we need. We need the love. We need the hugs. We need all of that stuff. But we definitely need the respect and the professionalism and the empathy. All of the reentry professionals that's working in this field. And like I said, you haven't had any training or you haven't went to any classes, you need to go so. So we got another question. And this is a question from the reentry population. I know this question real well. So the question is, my PO does not like me. He's always shutting me down and responds very late or not at all to my requests. I feel frustrated and like he wants me to fail. Ain't that a blimp? Now guess what? I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret, reentry people. Your PO ain't your friend. That ain't your friend at all. And what you need to do is check yourself, because first impression is the best impression. When you walking into your PO office, all they know is what they're reading from your central file. And what they're reading from your central file might be some shit when you first started prison and you was a fuck up, you got a gang of write-ups, you did this, you did that, and did that. But now you've reformed, you've revitalized yourself, you changed yourself, you have rehabilitated yourself. You're a whole different human being than what he's reading on that paper, or she's reading on that paper or that report. So it's a coming to you. You have to make sure that you present yourself in a respectable way, so the paper doesn't misconceive who you are now as opposed to who you were then. You have to come in here with respect, but also know that this ain't my friend. This is my PO. This is my new warden. They could send me back to jail like that at the drop of a hat. If I even look at this person wrong, if my energy even feel like they feel threatened or something, they could send me right back to jail. So to answer this question is this: some POs get it. Just like I said in my book, POs is like ice cream flavors. Some are great and some are horrible. But the thing about it is, it starts with you. Happiness starts with you. You control your own destiny. Your PO got so many caseloads, they really don't care what you do, just as long as they ain't got to do no paperwork. So if your PO is disrespecting you or you having issues with your PO, guess what? It's a thing called supervisor. You can definitely go over their head and let them know you want to talk to their supervisor. And if they say no, guess what? You can go right around that other office to the office and say, who's the supervisor today? I need to speak with them because my PO tripping. Straight up. No problem, no issue. Yeah, your PO ain't gonna like it. He ain't like you when you first came in. That's why you having a problem. You trying to dress their ass. So don't worry about, oh, I'm a snitch and I'm going to tell on my PO. You goddamn right. Because this is the person who's controlling your life right now. So you better get some straightening on it. It's out the gate. So, and it's like, I had a situation with my PO. If you read the book, Miss T, you know who you is. Had a cold situation with her. She wanted to be a prosecutor, a mama, and a spouse, a tyrant, and everything else. Told me my house was too clean. What? Cleanliness next to godliness, lady. But my grandma checked her one morning, but that's a whole nother story. But the thing about your POs, treat them with respect. Let them know off the rip that you're not the bad person that was initially incarcerated and that you're changed. Everybody and every PO is not going to see the change you. They might not want to see the change you, but guess what? That's not your God. That's just somebody who's right now just has your file in their hand and has control over your freedom. And it can move from one PO to the next PO. I had 6 POs before I got off paper. So they can move around and change at any time. But you have to make sure that you don't get in your feelings and do the proper steps. If your PO not taking care of their business, you go to their supervisor. Go through the steps. And there's nothing wrong with that. It ain't snitching. It ain't being a bitch. It ain't doing none of that. It's about your freedom. And you are first and foremost, your priority and freedom should be first thing first. So don't look at it like, oh, I'm telling on my PO or I'm going to cuss him out. No, you're going to be back in prison ASAP. Got to use your head. Got to use your skill sets. Use that communication, that mouthpiece. And know your worth, because you're worthy. You're worthy. You're very worthy. Know your worth and convey your message. That's when you be assertive. So continue on your path and stay focused. 9 times out of 10, if you address your PO in a proper manner, you are definitely on the right road and you're not gonna have too many problems at that PO. So just know, long as you ain't getting in no trouble, your PO ain't got to do no paperwork. Straight up. Check in, do your check-ins, do they check-ins, do your job, do what you gotta do. You can go out of town. You can get approved to go do different things. So that's it. Gotta address it, use your mouthpiece. And this is the perfect segue going into episode 4, which is gonna be a mystery right now. We ain't gonna let y'all in, let you know what it is, but we are gonna have some special guests coming in soon. So until then, press that like button, go subscribe, tell a friend, go check out episodes 1 and 2, catch up to speed what we got going on, because we got a lot more to come. So I want to thank everybody for following, thank everybody for chiming in and listening. I hope you got some good information out of this. I want to say a special thanks out and a special shout out to my producers, Keisha Nicole Knight, my guy Jesse Rose, my guy Isaiah Nazari, and the people that allow us to have this space, Whole Systems Learning, Miss Ava, and my boy Anders. Signing out, Long Beach, California, Strong Beach, California. Mwah.